Hi family and friends. It's good to see you all. Well, not really, but it's the best I can do today. I wish I could be there with you all to celebrate and to say goodbye to my dad. When I think about my dad, I think about the good, the bad and the ugly, James Bond, real crime shows, Benny Hill, Dirty Harry, Slim Dusty, and hosts of other of his favorites that he collected throughout the years. My dad was not perfect, and we didn't have the closest of relationships. However, when I think about his life, I know he was a good person. He had a good heart, he worked hard, and he loved his family. He loved us kids, Jill, Scott, Tim, and I believe he did everything he could to make us better people. I wish I could have known him more as a grandfather to Tom and Jack and Ella, Sam, Shakayla, Noah, Nathaniel, and Gracie. And I know he had a very special relationship with Jade and Josh, fulfilling that paternal figure in their lives. His life had not been easy over the last few years health-wise, but I'm able to remember him as being healthy, hardworking, and happy. So I dug through some of my old memories, and a few that came to the forefront were summer vacations, with me driving around in his truck, being out on the road delivering parcels. And I know that's where I get my good sense of navigation from. I also think about him being at the shack out there chopping some wood, or being on the lake fishing, not catching anything, but just enjoying being out on the lake. And I especially think about him sitting at the dining room table with Poppy, stubby in hand, watching some cricket or some footy. I know he loved my mom, maybe not in all the big gestures, but in the small things he did every day. He also allowed her to have her own vacations, and she got to travel across the world to see me and spend months at a time with my family. However, we know Dad made the most of it, and the running joke was always, what big purchase would my dad have gotten when my mom was away? She never knew quite what she was coming back to. One year it might be a truck or a car, a new boat, or a fancy TV. Unfortunately, that is another trait I picked up from my dad, and Bruce gets a little nervous every time he goes out of town. He had the opportunity to come and visit us in California several years ago, and we really got to spend some quality time together, and we dragged him around to all the tourist locations. He got to see Alcatraz and the streets of San Francisco, where many famous car chase have been filmed. We went down to Hearst Castle and to Universal Studios in LA. He really enjoyed seeing the backlot tour and behind the scenes of how movies were made. We got to see Vegas and the Grand Canyon, and all of these are bucket-worthy places to visit. But I think the highlight of the trip for him was going to Tombstone and seeing the OK Corral. He loved his spaghetti westerns, and he loved his real-life outlaws. I know this trip was something that he loved doing, and he had really good memories of it. But it was also really important for me, for him to see my life and how well I was doing. We didn't talk often, in fact, hardly at all. But I know he loved me, and I know he was proud of me. I was able to leave my family and home and move halfway across the world because my parents had raised me to be a good person and to have faith in family. It may almost be 17 years since I've been home, but I'm always thinking about my family, how much I love them, and that they are always a part of me. And I know that my dad knew that. He meant something different to all of us. Father, husband, brother, uncle, and friend, and we all loved him in our own way. I know that we are sad, but I choose to remember him during happy times. The stupid jokes, the burnt snags, the lazy days at the shack. We'll miss you, Dad, and I look forward to visiting with you in my dreams. Goodbye.